Hi guys, my name is Courtney Miller and I'm here to talk about the EL education in Arizona. Arizona's definition of English learners is a student that does not speak English, a student whose native language is not English, and a student who is not able to perform basic classroom work in English. Demographic and home language composition of the pre-K to 12th grade EL population in Arizona is highly diverse, with the majority of English learners, students being Hispanic or Latino, primarily from Spanish-speaking household. Spanish is by far the most common home language among ELs in the state, making up to over 80% of the EL population. However, Arizona also serves students who speak a wide variety of other languages, including Navajo, Somali, Vietnamese, Arabic, and Chinese, reflecting both immigrant and Native American communities. These students are spaced across urban, rural, and tribal areas, contributing to rich linguistic and cultural landscapes in Arizona schools. Structured English Immersion, also known as SEI, is a language equestrian program for English learners. They deliver structured instruction that aligns with Arizona's English language proficiency, also known as the ELP standards, and performance indicators specifically designed to build English language skills rather than simply adapting content lessons. Provide intentional oral and written language instruction, offering guided opportunities for students to develop speaking, writing, and comprehension skills across all language domains. It gives students access to grade level academic content by using complex texts and materials while offering appropriate linguistics and cognitive supports to ensure understanding. It engages families through culturally responsive communication and parent involvement strategies that support students' language development and academic success. Unlike the sheltered English instruction, which focuses primarily on making academic content accessible to English learners through language support, this model prioritizes targeted English language development with a clear focus on linguistic progress alongside academic learning. The Arizona's language development approach has four different principles. The first one is categorized by Principle One as the asset-based behaviors and expectations. It understands that speaking and reading is more than one language is a strength. Uses students' home languages and cultures as strengths that benefit both the English learner and the whole classroom community, including classrooms and teachers. It makes sure students feel safe, valued, and included by showing respect for their culture and language. Regularly use what the EL students already know and have experienced to help them learn the new things. It supports each EL student based on their unique strengths, needs, and who they are, including those with special needs. It supports EL students' emotional and social well being. It builds strong connection with families, communities, and schools, and it understands that every EL student is different and needs personalized support. Kind of continuing on from the first principle, it states that they they let the EL students show what they know in different ways. They help them learn just beyond what they can already do, remind them of the skills and strengths they already have, encourage a positive attitude towards learning and the growth, shared stories of classmates who work hard and make progress, and support their emotional, social, and physical well being, of course. Principle number two is categorized by the integrated instruction and disciplinary language and content. This uses the English language proficiency standards to guide language instruction across the subjects. It adapts lessons with scaffolds so students can understand the use of grade level language effectively. And it shows students how to think about learning process using metacognitive strategies. It creates a language rich environment with interactive discussion and activities focused on the complex text. It encourages collaborative learning with engaging inquiry based tasks and meaningful topics. It supports deep learning by helping EL students develop strong academic language and writing skills. Continuing on, it offers students choices on how they approach their learning language and the content, teaches strategies that help students learn independently and take ownership in their progress and create engaging learning environments that boost motivation and encourage active participation. The third principle is targeted and explicit language instruction, which gives students opportunities to practice reading, writing, speaking, and listening while engaging with grade level content. Teacher strategies to help EL students become independent learners and create a language rich environment that encourages critical thinking and problem solving. It supports and structured discussions to develop academic language skills, provide culturally and linguistically appropriate materials aligned with proficiency standards, and it also offers clear instructions that help students understand how language works within subjects. It helps student practice the reading, writing, speaking, and listening with their grade level content. Um, and then it provides culturally relevant, age-appropriate materials and how to teach language function within different subjects. Principle number 4 is assessment, monitoring, and feedback. It aligns instruction and assessment using um, Arizona's English language proficiency standards. It uses assessments that integrate advanced language skills within meaningful content. You can apply rubrics and data to give useful feedback on language skills and knowledge. Gather real time student progress data to learn or to track learning. Use students' progress insights to guide teaching strategies and language development, and analyzes state assessment data to refine instruction and improve the language program. Give timely and meaningful feedback to support growth. Um, Offer multiple ways for students to demonstrate their mastery, and foster self-reflection using ongoing assessments. Student agency. Student agency is the ability of learners to take ownership of their education, make choices about their learning, and engage actively in shaping their academic growth. For English learners, fostering agency is especially important because it empowers them to build self determination, develop a strong sense of voice, and gain confidence in their ability. The self determination, when ELs have control over their learning, they stay motivated and find strategies that help them succeed in English. It gives them a sense of voice. Giving ELs a chance to express themselves makes them that feel valued, encourage participation, and stronger language skills. It provides confidence building when ELs take risk and see progress. They gain confidence in using English in school and in social settings. The SEI models, there are 4 different models here, and it's broken down into the newcomer, pullout, 50-50, and 2-hour models. So basically, it talks about their targeted and integrated instructions, and then how the remainder of their day will be broken out with being individualized with just EL students and then with non-EL students, so their general peers, as well as, if they're being taught by by an English instructor or a partner language instructor that speaks their language. So each model provides, a breakdown of which, program that they're for their hours that they need. Um, so then the EL program eligibility in Arizona is also broke down very clear. The first step is identification. So for the enrollment, they do a home language survey. They have an assessment that gets done. The EL service for if they've had previous EL services or if there's their initial placement, and then we determine initial placement for the services, and then we place them into the program, which means reaching out to the parents, notifying them with the consent, bilingual parental waiver request application and the enrollment process. And then also it gives information for parents request of just to withdraw their student from the process at any time whenever they want. And then also there's a reassessment. So at the end of each year, the student gets assessed if they need the program or not. And so if there's level scores less than they did, then they continue. And then if it's proficient, then they continue to get services for monitoring the fluent English scores, and that gets assessed every 2 years. So AZELLA, the Arizona determines the EL program eligibility using the Home Language Survey, which is the HLS, and the Arizona English Language Learner Assessment, which is the AZELLA. If the HLS indicates a non-English home language, the student takes the AZELL placement test to assess proficiency. The EL students are reassessed annually, which I previously stated, with the spring AZELLA to track progress and exit when proficient. Standard accommodations include extended time, separate settings, and repeated directions and test reading support to ensure fairness. Parent guardian rights, like I previously mentioned, they're able to withdraw at any time. Parents have the right to decide if they participate or not. They can accept or decline programs, placement, and refuse language assessment like the AZELLA. Schools must inform them of these options and provide details on how services support language development. And here I have listed my resources. So I hope that this has given you great information about the EL's sources in Arizona.